The United States military is actively maneuvering to secure the Persian Gulf and keep the Strait of Hormuz open for global trade. To accomplish this, they are deploying amphibious assault ships like the Wasp and Tripoli classes. These function as mobile ordnance factories. Below deck, they carry up to 5,000 Marines, tanks, and armored vehicles, ready to facilitate a ground invasion. Above deck, they launch rapid troop transport helicopters and stealth fighters like the F-35B. These jets don't require a runway. By utilizing vectored thrust, they take off and land vertically, right on the ship's deck. The United States has positioned a technologically unmatched conventional hammer in the region, fully equipped and expecting a traditional force-on-force war. But Iran is aware it cannot win a direct military confrontation. Instead, they have prepared a layered, non-traditional battlefield designed to neutralize those massive American advantages. This strategy is known as asymmetric warfare. It relies on using cheap, high-volume, and unconventional tactics to break expensive, highly engineered military systems. This sets the stage for a confrontation between the American philosophy of technological dominance and a strategy designed to dismantle it piece by piece. Take the primary defense of these U.S. ships, the Close-In Weapon System, or CIWS. This radar-guided automatic cannon tracks incoming threats and shreds them by firing up to 6,000 armor-piercing bullets every minute. This chart illustrates Iran's counter-tactic, target saturation. A CIWS turret holds finite ammunition. By launching hundreds of drones simultaneously, the volume outpaces the defender's capacity. When the gun runs empty, the ship is vulnerable during the reload window, allowing the swarm to slip past. The tactic is mirrored at sea level. Iran operates mosquito fleets, swarms of small, highly maneuverable fast boats loaded with anti-ship missiles, programmed to rush their targets from all directions at once. In this environment, the effectiveness of a sophisticated defense system is eventually dictated by the simple math of target saturation. The U.S. military also relies heavily on air superiority. This requires a mix of radar-evading stealth fighters, low-flying close air support jets like the A-10 Warthog, and long-range radar planes orchestrating the airspace. However, radar stealth has a physical limitation. No matter how angular the airframe is, it cannot hide the thermodynamic heat generated by its jet engines, which can reach 600 degrees Celsius. Iranian forces utilize heat-seeking infrared missiles that lock directly onto that thermal signature. While pilots deploy burning flares to confuse incoming projectiles, modern missile seekers increasingly differentiate between a small flare and a jet's massive heat profile. Furthermore, Iran doesn't need to hunt blindly. By utilizing precise satellite data provided by geopolitical allies like Russia and China, they can locate and directly target the large, non-stealthy U.S. radar planes coordinating the battlespace. Primal physics and outsourced intelligence can render decades of billion-dollar stealth research and development completely useless. In a conventional war, the standard United States doctrine is the decapitation strike, bombing central leadership and command nodes to paralyze the enemy's military apparatus ahead of a ground invasion. Executing a ground war in Iran presents immense logistical hurdles. The geography is an unforgiving layout of vast deserts broken by severe, rugged mountain ranges. This animated map shows Iran's structural countermeasure. Their military is intentionally fragmented into 31 autonomous, self-sustaining regional factions. There is no single central head to cut off. You cannot decapitate an enemy designed to operate like a hydra. Eliminating one commander simply leaves dozens of others fully operational. The most severe threats Iran possesses, however, are located off the immediate battlefield. Using proxy forces like the Houthi rebels in Yemen, Iran has the capability to harass or completely block vital maritime choke points, specifically the Strait of Hormuz and the Bab el-Mandeb Strait. A sustained blockade of these routes would choke off up to 40% of all global shipping. It would severely constrain global energy supplies and stall international trade. Disabling the global economy relies less on advanced weaponry and more on the strategic exploitation of geography. But the ultimate leverage involves an even more basic human need. Neighboring U.S.-allied Gulf states like Saudi Arabia and the UAE get nearly all their drinking water from industrial desalination plants situated right along the coast. If those facilities were bombed, or if the water supply was poisoned with radioactive material from a dirty bomb, a catastrophic humanitarian crisis would unfold in a matter of days. Faced with their populations dying of thirst in the desert summer, Arab nations would likely pressure the United States to abandon its campaign and retreat to save their own people. Military superiority has a blind spot. Even the most advanced ships and aircraft struggle to win a conflict when the opposing force weaponizes the regional geography, the global economy, and the very water supply itself.